What's up you guys, my name is Kaiser and today I will be bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Today I will be bringing you a lower tier team with Claydol, Snorlax, Klinklang, Tentacruel, Rotom, Heat, and Tangrowth. While he will be bringing a mostly OU team with Dragalge, Gardevoir, Mega Scizor, Aegislash, Greninja, and Dragonite. Now the problem with his team is that his team is just full of offensive threats. And I don't really have to name them, but I will anyway. Mega Scizor, Dragonite, and Aegislash. So, knowing that I really want to go ahead and get some type of defense up before he sends in those guys, I lead off with my Claydol. So let's go ahead and get this battle started. Andrew's issuing a battle. He sends out Dragalge, and I will bring out my Claydol. Now, not quite sure why here, but I went for the light screen instead of... Oh, no, okay. I went for the light screen first because I wasn't sure when his physical attackers were going to be coming in. So I'll go ahead and let him get both of his layers of Toxic Spikes out because it's not a huge deal since I carry Rapid Spin. So he's going to go for the Reflect here. I try and go for Earth. He's going to go for Protect, excuse me. And I go for the Earth Power, it's not going to hit him. So now I know that he's probably not going to go for the Protect. I go for the Rapid Spin, spinning away his spikes. So now he sends me out into my Rotom Heat. And here I can't really do much, but I can trick. But I am an offensive variant of Rotom, so what I can do is I can trick him my choice specs. So that's going to be good for me since I know that he actually carries leftovers over Black Sludge, which is good for me. Now he resets up his Toxic Spikes. I'm not quite sure why, because I can easily just go back into my Claydol and go for another Rapid Spin. But since I have a Pokemon that does resist it, I go into my Klinklang, and he goes into his Dragonite, goes for the D-Dance, and I go for my Shift Gear. Now, with me being at +2 while he's only at +1, I will definitely be able to outspeed him. So I go here, straight for a Gear Grind, and I really thought I was going to OHKO it, but he actually survives it, which was extremely disappointing for me. Now he goes for a second D-Dance, and that's obviously going to mean that he's going to be outspeeding my Klinklang, and a +2 Fire Punch is easily going to kill me. So right now I'm in a huge hole since he already has a +2 Dragonite with +2 Dragonite in attack and speed. So now I'm going to my Claydol here to set up the Reflect, so that way I can safely send in another Pokemon to take whatever the freak he has. So here I go into my Tangrowth, and I get Poison, not a huge deal since it's only one layer. He gets his layer spike, he gets another Roost. He's back at full, meaning that his multi-scale is in effect, which is actually not good for me. He goes for a Fire Punch. It does less than half, which is good, but I get a Sleep Powder off, putting him to sleep. So right now I'm in the better position because I can easily switch out my Tangrowth into something that can do more work to this Dragonite, but instead I decided to go for the Leech Seed so that way I can get some more residual damage, trying to take away his multi-scale from him. So as you can see, I get a little bit more Leech Seed recovery. I get more poison damage, but no big deal. So here I switch out into my Tentacruel since I do carry the Ice Beam, and I am able to dispel the Toxic Spikes away from the ground. So I get a little bit more Leech Seed recovery, and he goes for the Roost, eliminating his Flying type, and I go for the Ice Beam here, knowing that I can easily kill him, but he actually carries the Weakness Policy, which is not good at all. So I wasn't sure here whether I was going to survive the Dragon Claw or not. So he goes for the Dragon Claw, and I actually take it. Like, I know I'm a bold variant and all, but I didn't expect it to take it like that well. So I do retaliate with the Ice Beam. He does die, and he goes into his Scizor. Now I really don't have anything that wants to take a Bullet Punch or a U-turn or whatever, so here I go straight for the Skull, trying to fish for the burn, but he does not get burn on the first try. He gets his Sword Stance up, which is obviously not going to be good for me. Get a little bit more Black Sludge recovery. Now my Reflect wears off, which is horrible, but I do get the burn on the second Skull, which is going to be really good for me. Now he gets the Technician boosted Bug Bite, and it doesn't even do like a quarter or a sixth or whatever. So here I can just keep on going for Scalds, knowing that his Scizor is going to be dying sometime soon, but he actually carries the Aerial Ace, which is a little bit peculiar because you don't really see that on Scizor. You mean you see it on most variants of Scyther, but not Scizor, so that was a little bit interesting for me. Now predicting the obvious Shadow Snake, I go into my Snorlax, and actually he does not go for the Shadow Snake, he goes for the Iron Head, making a very good play there, doing solid damage on my Snorlax, a little bit over 100, so it's about a quarter or whatever, or a third. So now he goes for the King Shield, predicting my Crunch, but I actually make the play here to go for the Curse, so I bring down my speed, bring up my attack and defense, so now I can take one Iron Head or Sacred Sword or whatever the freak he's going to be carrying. So now he goes for the stance change and goes for the Sacred Sword. That's going to do a lot to my Snorlax because Sacred Sword ignores my stat changes, but it does not kill me, and I get to kill him with my Crunch, since he is in Blade form. Now I go up a little bit with my Snorlax. Now,
unfortunately, I don't really have anything who wants to take a Psychic.
Here I make a questionable play. I don't know if I should have sacrificed my Snorlax, because he walls just about everything else on his team.
Now I go into my Claydol, who's my special defensive wall.
I should have sacrificed my Claydol instead, and switched in a... Oh, wait. No, problem here with this team is I actually don't really have a true physical attacker. My physical attacker was going to be my Kling, but he died a little bit too early, so that was going to be a really huge problem for me. So I get to will of Wisp onto my Squilliam, and here I go straight for my Toxic Spikes, hoping that I would be getting some residual damage on something else, and now Squilliam unfortunately dies to burn. I was hoping he would survive one more turn so I could get an Ice Beam off on this Trick Algae, but that does not happen, obviously. So now I go for the Sleep Powder, putting him to sleep, and note that he is actually Choice Specs right now, because I tricked him the Choice Specs with my Rotom Heat. There you go. So I go for the Leech Seed here after the Sleep Powder to get some more residual damage off on this Trick Algae. Now things are actually looking really bad for me since my only Pokemon that are left are a crippled,
I go for this stupid knockoff because I know
what was that thing called, Claydol, a Rotom Heat who can't do anything to this
I don't really have much on my team.
Drag Algae, and this Tangrowth. Now here I make a really stupid play, and instead of going for Giga Drain, I go for the Knock Off, which was a pretty bad play, because now he's not choiced into Choice Bet into his... Yeah, now he's not choiced anymore into Toxic Spikes, giving me a lot of huge problems. So here I go for another Sleep Powder, putting him to sleep once again, and
if necessary. So now I go.
Well, there really isn't much to say. I put him to sleep, hoping that I can get enough knockoffs to take out this Drag Algae. So here, as you're going to see, I get some more left stage recovery, take a little more poison damage. I get one knockoff off, but he wakes up in 2 turns, unfortunately. But he misses the Dragon Tail, which is going to be very nice, keeping my Tangrowth alive for just one more turn. So I do kill his Drag Algae with the Leech Seed. Good for me. Good for me. Now, fortunately, I kind of forgot that he had 2 more threats left on his team. Those 2 being his Greninja and his Gardevoir. So he gets Toxic Spikes, and I really thought I could possibly take this Ice Beam, but I actually do not, and I kind of die. So yeah, at this point Greninja just kind of takes over and sweeps the rest of my team. He gets the Ice Beam off, he's going to get this Dark Pulse off, which is obviously going to become my Claydol, and my last Pokemon's going to Rotom Heat, and at this point my only saving hope would have been if he had missed a Hydro Pump, or a Hydro Pump, yeah. But he does not carry. He carries a Safe Skull, which is easily going to take out my Rotom. So here I lose 0-2, but it was still a good game. I was actually really proud of myself for being able to take out those really big threats in his Dragonite, Aegislash, and Scizor. But I mean, I guess lesson learned here is can't really. Unless you're like a true pro at the game, you can't really bring UU or RU pokes to an OU battle, as you can see what happened there. I was just completely overpowered by everything that he had, but no matter, I will still keep on doing it just so I can get better at it, because, I mean, it's fun. I mean, since I breed most of my Pokemon, I actually make my Pokemon to be playable in the OU environment. I don't really play to the UU and RU, I just kind of make mons that can be used in virtually any tier. So that was fun. Subscribe if you liked it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the battle, and comment and do whatever you guys do, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.